It's me, Pastor Rob, and we're here for the fourth installation of our Lenten Lost and Found Gospel Art Series. And we come this week to an amazing story and a classic masterpiece, Rembrandt's The Prodigal Son. So there's a couple of people in this. So Cindy, why don't you tell us about this person right here?
Well, you have the father greeting the son, the prodigal son, who comes back in completely disheveled clothing, shoes completely undone, hair is shaved. It's a very sad person that's coming back to the father.
Yeah. And what about the father? Talk to us about the father. And one thing that's striking is that they both have red. So explain how they could both have red. And
yeah, well, red typically means that a higher or richer kind of lifestyle. But the way that he's painted the actual red here, it's the way the angles is more of a biblical character or a priest, whereas here you have the red is just like a cloak right on the older son. So it's just a different look for the red, but it definitely draws your eye to the painting.
And one of the things that you were pointing out earlier in the father is the hands that are just so different from one another.
Yes, you have the larger hand, and that's supposed to symbolize the masculine, and the smaller, which is supposed to symbolize the feminine. So he's actually being received by the mother and the father.
Wow. And anything else you want to just point out about this happy camper over here, the older brother?
Well, the older brother, he's holding a staff which is extremely rigid, just like he is. So he has his hands crossed, and he's just ramrod straight, and he's on this higher pedestal area, kind of looking down on the brother that is returning.
Wow, so just their body of total straight, narrow, sort of totally just bent over and overwhelmed, and then this father coming down. Wow.
Right.
Now, one thing that you're sharing all these different details, and sometimes I might wonder, like, am I just kind of seeing things? But you were telling me, no, these artists were really intentional about how they painted this.
Oh, yes. Rembrandt, I mean, this was a parable that he studied. So he had sketches and paintings that he had done on this parable before. This was done towards the end of his life in 1667, and so this is his masterpiece. So he would have taken 6, 12, 18 months to paint this painting. And think about it. So it was done in oil, and so he could have gone back in and changed things many times. And so in this element, he's actually in the background. If you look really close, you can actually see people back there. So it's thought that this could possibly be the mother of the sons, as well as like a tax collector or a wealth management director of the estate. And then back in here we're not really sure. It could be a sister, or it could be a servant, or someone else connected with the estate that's just kind of witnessing the scene. They're just kind of coming out of the background.
Wow. And I think Henry Nouwen, who we're working with on this painting, even comments that their faces here maybe mirror us when we're confronted with such love and mercy. We're not quite sure how to handle it.
Exactly right.
So really a powerful painting. Is there anything else you want to add?
No, I just think when you look at this painting, there's so many different elements to it. And Rembrandt, as a master, you have to just look at all those tiny little things that he put into the paintings, even from just the elements that you can see around the father and in the faces.
Great. Well, thank you so much, Cindy.